Neither one of these men had the greatest of beginnings last week for the new year, as Windsor was one of the last men eliminated by Kevin Morgan, so that Morgan could earn the opportunity to face Bobby Starr for the Impact Division Championship. Double D, on the other hand, in a one-on-one match against Johnny Z, and, well, Johnny Z was able to score a victory in the first main event for IZW in the year 2015. And this match is now underway, and D immediately going to work with what gave him a little bit of success earlier on, using that speed and using those swift kicks. Now D off the ropes with a flying forearm, and again back to the kicks, trying to chop down the giant tree trunk legs of Damon Windsor, and tries to go off the run again to the ropes, but Windsor catches him, knee right to the midsection, and immediately the facilitator is going to take over in this match. Windsor slow and methodical, trying to make sure that D is not able to gain up any speed, not able to use any of those high-flying maneuvers that he is so well known for. Windsor goes to charge into the corner, and D gets those protective legs up again. D knows he has to strike and move. He's got to keep a decent amount of distance between himself. He can't let himself get caught in the clutches of Damon Windsor, or it could very well be, no pun intended here, lights out. As I make a reference to my former broadcast partner, who is also absent tonight, Jordan Jacobs. And now D wrenching on the eyes, raking the eyes. That's the one part of the body you cannot work out, you can't develop, you can't defend easily. But D still able to fight back. Steve still using that strength, and D charges in, but again, a swiftly placed knee to the midsection of Double D. Puts down the two-time former IZW champion. Both these men were participants in the IZW match of the year for 2014. The 10-man Impact Chamber match. Double D was the winner in that match. D also receiving an award last year, or last week, for last year, for Feud of the Year. And look at that D! D scaling the mountain there. And once again, using a drop kick to stagger Windsor. D now. Up. Oh, but D cuts him off, or Windsor cuts him off, pulls him back, and it looked like a heart punch. That's a new one to the repertoire of Duff Damon Windsor. And D now cowered in the corner. But Windsor once again striking in. And I wonder if there might be something inside those gloves. We've seen Windsor ever since he adopted this persona of being the facilitator for Impact Inc. Windsor has been wearing those black gloves, and now I have to wonder if perhaps Windsor has managed to put something in those gloves that escaped the notice of referee Chris Smith. Oh, look at the power of Damon Windsor as he muscled Double D over and slams him with authority right in the middle of the ring. Now Windsor viciously stomping on several of the body parts, almost Ronnie Garvin-esque here. Windsor telling the IZW world to watch this as he comes stomping down right on the sternum of Double D. D has never been a man to give up. Through all the tribulations, through all the betrayals, everything that Impact Inc., that Johnny Z, that pretty much every member of the IZW roster at one time or another has thrown against him, Double D has never down, he has never quit. You have to almost beat the life out of this kid in order to get him down long enough to pin him. But Damon Windsor is doing a great job right now of doing that. Now choking D. The crowd very, very vocal. Our IZW world very vocal in their opinion about Damon Windsor's performance ability. You can see D there fighting from underneath, going towards those knees, again knowing that if he can just get Windsor off his feet, it will negate a large amount of that height advantage, the automatic leverage advantage that he has simply by being so tall as he is. Windsor staggered here. There, Inseguri there by D. D's got Windsor down to his knees. He's got D on the ropes. D trying to muster a little support from the crowd as he comes off the rope. What a beat to know. A huge elbow puts that idea out to pasture for Double D. And we are back where we started with Damon Windsor, who has been in control of 90% of this match. D with a good offensive flurry at the very beginning, but since then, he has not been able to find his footing underneath him as a swift kick upends D and turns him over. D kicking at the midsection of Windsor, but almost to no avail. And now D being Beal-throwed out of the corner. Halfway across the ring, and you can look at the expression on Double D's face. You can see the pain shooting through his eyes. And now a simple move like a rear waist lock. But with all the punishment that D has taken to his midsection and to his ribs, this move is all the more painful as it compresses those ribs, takes away the ability for Double D to take a decent breath and get that all-important oxygen into his lungs. D trying to fight out a couple of elbows to the side of the head. D quickly wipes him off. Oh, D turns over. He's able to get a little bit of connection there, enough to make Windsor stumble into the corner. But D, slow to follow up. He's just absorbed so much punishment. D now unleashing those chops. Up, goes for a third one. And here comes overhand. And oh, wow! Innovative move there by the Windsor, who catches D mid-leap and drops him down, almost flapjack style. And D goes in. I think that may have actually been the first pinfall attempt in the match. And it really wasn't even much of a pinfall attempt. It was Windsor really going for a choke. D kicking out on instinct. So now Irish whip corner to corner. And Windsor expressing his disdain for the crowd. And he took too long, gave D the opportunity to stand back, gain some breath, and now D back on the offensive. D with those educated knees. D driving those knees repeatedly up into the chin and face of the facilitator, bringing him out, trying to go to put the face down on the knees. Both men countering each other's moves. Look at Double D. There he goes. There's the head knee to the face. And one more for good measure. Windsor staggers out of the corner. D up to the top turnbuckle. High cross body down on Windsor. And that's all in.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Damon!
Well, it certainly was not the easiest match that Double D has ever had in his life, but he never asks for them easy. He just asks for them fair. And Double D absorbs so much punishment, but is able to walk away from your opening match tonight as the victor in this one-on-one match with the facilitator, Damon Windsor. However, Double D has another member of Impact Inc. on his mind, and that is the Bronze Bull, as the two of them will take on each other one-on-one February 7th to determine the number one contender for the IZW Championship. And you've got to know that Double D is thinking all that way ahead. He'll meet the challenges in between now and then, but his primary goal is to make sure he gets the Violent Valentine intact. Fans will be back in just a moment with more IZW action.